you can log on YouTube as well. So I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook. Welcome, 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 welcome. So I hope that you guys are joining in. Thanks so much. I saw my friend Izumi also in Japan. She's gotten some snow for the holidays. It's a bit warm here in Trinidad, sunshiny and warm. And of course, I'm enjoying it. Last night was a little chilly, but it was nice. It was nice. So I hope that some people will come on. Somebody's already here on YouTube. You can drop me a comment and let me know. I want to see the comments though. It's the first time I'm going live, guys. So do bear with me if I do encounter some technical difficulties. I am trying to get things in order. So how was your Christmas? How was your holidays? I hope it was good. I hope it was peaceful. Last night we had a lot of fireworks. I was surprised to see so much fireworks as well, because considering things are a bit tough financially for a lot of people, it was, wow, it was a really noisy New Year's, ushering the New Year. And it was fun as well. I mean, I sat down by my window and looked at all the fireworks, looked at all the people who, send up their money into the air. So what is on the menu for today for your New Year's menu? Well, I'm making some Veg Manchurian. I'm also going to be adding some tofu to that. So I hope that you guys will join me for this recipe. If not, you'll see the video later on because it's being live streamed. And of course, it will be recorded and saved on Facebook and YouTube as well. So I'm so glad that I was able to get everything up and running here. So first of all, as people are coming on, I just wanted to say a very, very special thank you to each and every one of you. We are over 450 subscribers now, and I know that might not seem to be a lot, but it is a lot for me. It's a new channel, and I am so happy to see it's growing. I know some people, they get thousands of subscribers overnight. Mine is growing one by one by one, and I'm still happy for that. I'm truly grateful, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing. And I just wanted to take this opportunity because I know last year I didn't do, coming to the end of the year, I didn't do too many videos because, as you know, I lost my brother. He passed away, and so I was not really in a frame of mind. I'm still not in that 100% zone yet, but I'm trying to be. And I just wanted to come on and share my appreciation and share my gratitude. It's the first day of 2022. Can you believe it? And so I'm really happy to be alive, grateful for life, thankful for life, and good health and strength as well. And so, yes, I'm taking this opportunity to thank you all to be, to be a part of my Chillin' with H family. It's, over a year, it's going to be 2 years come May, and over 450 subscribers. I need you guys to view the videos, because if you don't, then YouTube is going to bump me off eventually. So you guys have to watch my videos, right? So that's how it's going to build. And I hope that my videos are useful to you, that in some way you find it useful, you learn something from it. Tell me what you want to see more of, and I'll do my very best to make videos like that for you. So I would appreciate your feedback, your comments. I mean, it's a one-man show, one-woman show. It's really a one-woman show. Not, I keep saying one man, but it's a one-woman show. And yeah, I do everything. I have to come up with the ideas. I create the videos. I do the editing. I upload the videos. It's everything. So sometimes if there's a delay or I take a little while longer to upload videos, I do ask your forgiveness, because I'm not very tech savvy, but I'm trying my best. And I started this YouTube channel because I wanted to make a difference in people's lives. When I was on radio, I know I touched a lot of people, and being out of radio, this is my way of getting back into media in a sense. It's not that I want to be on media, but this is something I could do on my own time and not have to answer to a boss as such. You guys are my family. So, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for all the love and support and appreciation over the past almost 2 years. I really appreciate you guys. Jose Akbar, yes, I'm still happy that you're here with me because you are one of the persons who has always liked my videos. You would ever so often comment, but you always like every post and video that I share, and I really, really appreciate it. Also, I want to shout out to Gleason Ramdeen. He's always, giving me a lot of support as well, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for that. You've been a good friend on Facebook as well, and maybe one day we'll meet up. Who knows, right? And to all of my family around the world, I say family around the world because I do have relatives all around the world. And when I say family as well, I mean my children with age family. I really appreciate you guys so much. Please, you know, uh, don't feel that I don't love you. Don't feel that I don't communicate with you as often. It's the first time I'm going live trying to do this. And, I hope that you guys forgive me for any shortcomings at the moment. Yeah, I really love you guys. I appreciate you and your support because without you, I wouldn't have a channel in the first place, right? It takes somebody to look at it. And I appreciate that you guys are there with me. Thank you so much. And, don't feel shy to comment and say something. I will respond. I like to hear your comments. I will respond to them. So feel free to drop a comment down below. I want to say hello and Happy New Year to the Rajkumar family, Anjali and Shanta, and of course, Mr. and Mrs. Rajkumar. And not forgetting little Chaya Devi as well. She's, the cutest. Every time she passed by my house, she would say, Auntie Heidi. So, so good morning and Happy New Year to you girls. Also to my friend Sintra, who's in India, Delhi, India. I want to say Naya Sal Mubarak. All the best for the new year. Naya Sal Keshub Kamnai, to Sunil and Yashika and Deepika as well. And Nazifa Mohammed, she's one of my regulars as well, supporters. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Vidya Kumar and her family. And, there are quite a number of you guys who always comment and, give me that support. And I really appreciate you tremendously. Thank you so much. This new year, everybody's hoping that things will be better. I hope so myself because it's been sad for a lot of people, especially with this pandemic and the things that have been happening to people around the world. A lot of people lose their loved ones. They lost their loved ones, and it's sad. It's happening at such a rapid pace that when you're going through it, it's difficult to even wrap your brain around it to even begin to cope with the grief. So I know it's tough on everybody. I am truly grateful that the borders were reopened. I'm truly grateful that I made the decision to go and get vaccinated because if I didn't do that, I would not have been allowed to travel to go to my brother's funeral. So I'm happy that I made that decision. A lot of people are still, up in arms about taking the vaccine. Of course, that's an individual choice. And, I hope that somehow this pandemic goes away soon enough that it's not going to affect our lives in a negative way in the future. So I just wanted to wish you guys all the best for this new year and hope and pray that you get all your heart's desires. I wish God bless you all, you and your family, with good health and strength and happiness and long life. Life, as I always keep saying in my videos, life is meant to be lived abundantly. We are supposed to enjoy it and, live it happily. I mean, yes, there will be trials. Yes, there will be tribulations. There will be problems. Life is not perfect. It's a roller coaster. We all know this. But at the same time, we have to roll with the punches and, try to be in a position mentally where we can deal with whatever comes our way. And if you can't, always remember there is a God. Pray, 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 because God works miracles. And believe me, I know this. I really, really believe in God and I trust in God and I have faith. To be honest with you, since my brother passed, I haven't really been praying the way I used to pray. And the reason for that is only because my mind still hasn't been able to focus, to sit and talk to God the way I should. Last night I said my prayers and stuff, but I said it in the hopes that I would get back on track too with praying in the right way. So, I mean, what is praying really? Praying is talking to God, communicating with God. It doesn't necessarily mean saying a mantra or some recitation or something or the other. It means communication with God. So, however that may be, whether it's just sitting and talking to God, that's praying too, right? You could go down on your knees and pray to God as well. So, it depends on um, what you consider as praying, but this is what I consider as praying. And once it comes from your heart, God knows, God knows everything. So you can't hide, right? People think they can do bad things and say bad things and get away with it, but God knows and He sees everything. So you can't hide. You can't hide. Oh my goodness. So, yes, I'm only seeing one person online and I'm still talking. I will continue to talk. Maybe somebody will come on later on. I know everybody's still sleeping. I wanted to be up earlier because I know a lot of people will get up early, especially my neighbors, and they will play their loud music and make noise. Sometimes we have those passing in their cars and they're playing loud music. So that would have drowned out some of the audio and all of that. And of course, sound a little not so nice. But I was running a little late this morning because I was trying to organize everything just to make cooking and demonstrating a little easier for me and for you guys as well too, right? So I know it's a little late here in Trinidad and people um, might not have gotten up as yet. So that's the reason why we don't have much people online. But at the same time, I want to show you guys how to make cocoa tea. So some people said hot chocolate. Well, they have different versions of hot chocolate, and we have different versions of cocoa tea as well. But this is my version. I'm going to show you guys. I bought a log of local chocolate or cocoa, and I had it in the fridge for a while now, so I do keep it in the fridge so that it doesn't go bad. And I'm going to show you how to make that. I've been meaning to show you guys that recipe for a little while, and then we'll do the veg Manchurian as well. So just give me a second. Let me move around my camera and my laptop because I'm recording the live stream on my laptop and my phone as well. So let's see how we can maneuver all these things, guys. And I don't want to keep you guys back too much because I know it's a holiday and you have things to do. But I really wanted to spend this time and thank you guys so much and really let you know how much I appreciate all the things that you have done for me in terms of moral support because really physically you can't be here with me. Some of you have like my own immediate family or close relatives and that I truly appreciate. If Cassie and Oma Duku are looking on, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate what you did for us, and you know what that is. I would say. Also, I want to shout out Suzanne Duku. She's really supportive of my channel as well, and we'll shout out as we go along. I can't remember everybody at the moment. So let's go into the kitchen. Well, we are in the kitchen technically, and we start making the hot chocolate or Trinidad cocoa tea. So let me just move these things around, and then we can get started here. So guys, you're gonna hear a lot of noise because some of the noisemakers are up already, and they are driving around. You're going to hear loud music. You might hear dogs barking. You might hear um, dogs barking. You might hear the loud music, the cars. You might hear birds, all sorts of things because it's like a jungle out here. So I've got my little saucepan here, and I'm just going to turn on the stove. And I'm just going to add some milk to the saucepan. So I grated up some cocoa powder. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah. Right? And it came in a log. This was actually, let me just show you guys. It was actually something that I bought from a lady a local person who was selling. And it's like this. Looks like this. She made it herself and it smells so nice. She put all the spices and everything in it, so it's just a grate and use in your hot chocolate or hot tea, cocoa tea. Just get a spoon here, and we're just going to add this to the milk and bring it up to a little boil. Now, some of you might find this a little weird because I'm making hot cocoa in the middle of the day. It's mid-morning, and the reason for that is because I usually have my first meal at around 11 o'clock, right? So, and it depends if I'm really hungry at that time too. Flies. Yes, we do have flies in Trinidad, and now that it's getting a little warmer, they're coming out, and then I have food out here. So what I'm going to do is just cover that so that we don't get in there. Great. So you have that covered. Great. So we're bringing that hot chocolate to a boil, and then I'm going to add some sugar to it. Now, yes, everybody says sugar is bad for you, but I love my chocolate tea a little sweet. So I'm just using about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Give it a little stir. So if you want to ask any questions or say anything, feel free to drop a comment down below, right? So you're just going to let this cocoa come to a boil. Now, in case you didn't know, if you're looking on, well, like Jose Akbar is in Uzbekistan. Trinidad cocoa is one of the world's best, and we have it locally grown, of course. Everybody, we have a lot of farmers now that they are competing worldwide and winning awards because of the type of cocoa they're growing and the flavor that they're producing with their chocolates and hot cocoa and all these things. The quality of the cocoa is above the rest. A lot of countries are importing our cocoa and making some magnificent chocolates. Okay, so it's boiling up nicely. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't want it to overflow, so I took it off the heat a little bit. And what I'm going to do, I have some masala chai spices that I made, and I kept it in this glass bottle. It has some elaichi or cardamoms, a little bit of spice, and some black pepper and stuff in there. Just put like 2 pinches to add a little extra flavor. Just gonna let it simmer a little bit. Now, long ago, growing up as a child, my grandparents would make this, like my nanny, my aji, my mom, and they would, growing up in those days, we had enamel wares, so we would usually drink this in an enamel cup, from an enamel cup. And the thing about it is that, like my nanny, when I used to spend holidays by my nanny's house, and she made the tea, it would be so hot, she would use 2 enamel cups and she would like pour them from one to the other like that to cool it down. It was always so fun, and then it would get so bubbly and airy. It would taste so nice. I used to enjoy that so much. So it's boiling nicely. I just let it boil a little bit and then strain it. And then we can probably start the veg Manchurian in the meantime, so that way we get things out of the way. It smells so nice. Okay, so I'm just going to turn off the heat on this. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm just going to... Let me see if I can get the camera out. Right, that's what it looks like. And so I'm just going to let it cool down a little bit. I don't like drinking hot tea, so that's another thing, right? So we can strain this, and we will have some. So I'm just going to strain this, guys, over the sink because I don't want to make a mess. All right. I'm sure you're being entertained by my neighbors. They're playing some lovely music, and I just hope I don't get in trouble for copyright infringement. Alrighty, so I have a nice hot cup of Trinidad cocoa. Cheers, Happy New Year. Yummy. Hot, hot, I burn my mouth. So while this cools down, I think I'm going to get started one time on my Veg Manchurian. And okay, so I tied up my hair and I've washed my hands. So I'm going to use the saucepan in order to make the Veg Manchurian. I usually, when I'm making stuff for my videos, I usually give you guys precise measurements. Well, average measurements, not really precise, because I don't usually measure stuff unless it's really, really important or new to me or something. But I just usually throw stuff in there. So just like about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Okay, somebody just messaged me. All right, I guess that's that was a different message. Right, so don't want this smoking too much. So I'm gonna add. So it's hot, and I'm gonna add in. Now I have here ginger and garlic, chilies, onions, and some capsicum, as they call it, or green bell peppers. So I'm adding in the seasonings first: the garlic and the ginger and green chilies chopped. I'm just going to let it cook up a little bit. You guys can see this. You might not be able to see directly into the pot, but let me see if I can adjust. Right. Good. Much better. You guys can see now, right? Just let that cook up a little bit. I'm supposed to have a really hot pot, but I don't want it smoking and because this is a really thin pot. It's not the iron pot as such. So I'm just gonna add in the veggies in there. This in Trinidad we say knock a pot. This is what we do. We knock a pot. So this is cooking up a little bit. Pot is so thin. Don't talk over the food. So we're going to use some soy sauce, and I have some ketchup here as well. And I have a slurry that I already prepared for the Veg Manchurian. Make sure it's nice and well. The slurry is just 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and some water, a little bit of water. I'm going to add in the soy sauce, but I do need some water as well, so let me just get some water. So I'm going to add it in here, just like a couple dashes. Adding in some ketchup. We're going to give it a little to bring them back to temperature a little bit. Are you guys enjoying the video so far? Let me know. As I said before, if it is like you want to see something done in my videos and my vlogs, let me know. I'd really appreciate it. I also need to add a little bit of black pepper to this. Just like a couple pinches. Yeah, you saw this, right? It's a plastic container. It's my peanut butter container that I recycled. I put black pepper in it. I usually cut the black pepper from the packets when I pull it up in this. And then I have salt and a pure leaf tea. I recycle, okay? Just adding a couple pinches of salt. Just not too much because soy sauce already has some salt in it and ketchup has some salt in it. So I don't want to put too much and it gets too salty. So let this come up a little bit more, and then we're going to add the Manchurian and the tofu. So this is the Veg Manchurian. This is what it looks like. I'm sure you've had it at restaurants before. And it's basically some carrots. What I did was 1 carrot, excuse me. 1 carrot, half of a small cabbage, just about a quarter of a capsicum or bell pepper, a small piece of onion, like a half of a small onion, uh, half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of garlic and ginger, grated, uh, made into a paste. And I'm gonna add it to the story now. And yeah, so you what you do with the vegetables, you put it in a food processor, or if you have a mini chopper, and you blend it really finely. So I'm pouring in the stuff. And when it's blended really finely, you take it out and season it with some salt and black pepper. Alright, so I'm gonna put it in now because it's thickening up already. I'll tell you just now about the Manchurian. We just get this in the pot. So it's a little thick. Need to add some water. Because I don't want it too thick. I'm actually going to make some hakka noodles after I'm done with this video, so that's what I'm going to have it with. You can have this with your fried rice or stuff like that. I'm going to show you what it looks like this now. It needs a little salt. I'm just going to add in a little more salt. And I'm going to add a little bit of sugar for sweetness. It's not too much sugar, right? It's just a little bit, just a little. So it's really like 1 teaspoon because I added half it and then another half. And yes, you caught me with my plastic bottles as well. That's an empty nuts bottle that I use to pull my sugar into. Alright, so this should be good. Let's give that a little taste. Cooking with gas. So yep, that's it. Then your Manchurian is all done. If you think it's a little too thick for you, I'm going to turn off the stove now. If you think it's a little too thick for you, you can, this is what it looks like. You can add some more water to it so that it, has a nice saucy consistency. You get a nice gravy. So that way, you can have it on top of your noodles. And yes, I like to clean down my stove while it's still hot. So it makes it easier to get this and whatever food stuff would have fallen on it off. And if you want to make this Manchurian really spicy, you could add hot sauce to it too, right? So this is what it looks like, guys. Let me see if I can check this to see what it looks like. Okay. So that's our veggie Manchurian with tofu, and of course, yeah. And let me show you guys on YouTube what that looks like. That's it there. So it's veggie Manchurian and tofu, right? So that's that. Cover the pot. As I said, I have to do the hakka noodles. I'm going to do that when I'm done with this video. So I hope that you enjoyed it. It's a quick recipe. It's really easy to make. It's just all in the timing of when you add stuff and how much of what you add, and it's going to taste really good. So hope that you guys have a really happy and wonderful new year. I pray God's blessings upon each and every one of you. I pray for your good health and strength and happiness and long life, prosperity. And of course, be safe, guys. The pandemic is not yet over. We don't know when it's going to be over, and we still need to take precautions. There are a lot of people who don't believe in taking the precautions, and I think that is what is leading to a rise in all the cases, So until somebody from your family doesn't actually die, or somebody close to you doesn't die of COVID, you're not going to believe it. And I've seen that with a lot of people and around me, close to me, who actually they don't believe in taking precautions. Last year I was so disappointed. I had gone to get my eyebrows done, and the hairdresser there, the esthetician, she didn't care to wear her mask. And I told her, I said, listen, you're risking your life and you're risking my life. The thing about it, I couldn't leave because she was already starting to wax my eyebrows when I brought up the issue, which was my bad. I should have demanded she wear a mask before she began doing my eyebrows. But nonetheless, now I thread my own eyebrows, so I don't have to go and risk my life. I'm practically living in a bubble in a sense, because I don't step out the house unless it's very, very necessary. So I hope that you guys take precautions as well. As I said before, feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know how, the holidays went. Let me know what you want to see in my videos in this coming year. I'm trying to do as much as I can for you guys, because it's about being fit and healthy. Yes, making Manchurian is not really a healthy dish, but I did add in my protein, so I'm still getting my protein right. It's not 100% ideal because of the cornstarch and all these things and sugar, added sugar. But it's a holiday. Excuse me, I just burped. Yes, I do make these things on holidays, and you know what? If you think about dieting all the time, you are not going to lose weight. People are going to diet and they're not going to lose weight. You know why? Because you restrict yourself, and then when you do get the things that you like, you binge, and then you put on all the weight all over again. So please try not to restrict yourself. I don't restrict myself when it comes to food. What I've done, I've started changing up what I eat and how I eat and that kind of thing, and try to maintain a proper balance. Physically, yes, we talk about food and eating and exercising and all these things. And funny enough, when I post up all the unhealthy stuff, it gets the most views and it gets the most comments and questions. And when I do healthy stuff, people just ignore it. They just go past it straight. So it says a lot, and we need to change that attitude. A lot of people are looking for a magic pill. They're looking for some, snap of the finger and they're going to lose the weight. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. There's nothing magical about losing weight. You don't gain weight overnight. Yes, sometimes we feel like that, but we don't gain weight overnight. We don't get sick overnight. It takes a while. It takes, like lifestyle diseases, it takes a while. That's why they're called lifestyle diseases, meaning that you've lived your life in a certain way. You've had a certain way of eating and eating a certain type of food and all these things. And these are the things that would have contributed to your illness, right? So with that said, we need to change now. We can't wait until things happen and then change. I've been saying that for the longest time, and in terms of losing weight, with you have to work it. You have to do the exercise. You have to change the way you eat, especially cutting out eating late at night. That is such an unhealthy thing. you need to readjust. If you want a better way of life, you have to make the changes that are necessary. Honestly, you have to make the changes that are necessary. um, a lot of people don't want to do that. They just want, that's why I think that's why doctors are always in business, because we don't want to make the necessary adjustments for our lives. We want somebody else to do it for us. And you know what, that's why the doctors are in business. you know we don't want to eat healthy, we don't want to exercise, we're too lazy, because everything, we want fast service, fast food, fast everything. We want the internet to be as fast too. And living in a fast-paced world, guess what? AI is going to be taking over everything soon, and then what's going to happen? You're not going to have a job, you're not going to have a family, you're not going to have anything. When artificial intelligence takes over, when robots start taking over, I don't know. I'm not scaring anybody. I'm just saying, because that is the world we're living in, where technology has practically taken over everything. We want Alexa to do this for us. We want Alexa to do that for us. And it's so hard for us to get up and turn on the TV, or get up and turn on the radio, or to even look for the remote to turn on the radio is such a big thing. So that's how lazy we have become. That's how lazy we have become. And I'm not giving you a big lecture. It's the new year today, and I want to wish you guys all the best. But I have to remind you. I have to remind you, and then reminding you, I remind myself as well, to be healthy and to be, to take charge of your life. Don't wait until it's too late, friends. It's not a nice feeling when your loved ones, lose you, or you lose a loved one. It's not a nice feeling to go through grief, and when it could all be avoided in a sense. Yes, we're here for a short time. God blessed us with a life, but we're here for a short time. But at the same time, God gave us this gift, as they say, and what we do with it is our gift to God. So I want you to remember that. If you don't remember anything else, just remember that. What we do with this body is our gift to God. So if we abuse it, if we misuse it, if we ill-treat it, and thinking we're eating unhealthy or eating our favorite foods is just, whatever. But if we continue to live the way we're living, it's not going to be a productive, healthy one in the long run. Life is short. Life is very, very short. I keep saying that, and like, you would have heard it if you've been looking at my videos. You would have heard it, so many times. Life is really short. Start living it. Funny enough, last night, when the new year was being ushered in, my neighbor, he was playing some music, and the song that actually transitioned from the old year into the new year was Kalhona Ho. And I thought that was such a fitting song, because it's like we have to live life as if there is no tomorrow. Basically, that is what it has boiled down to now. We have to live life as if there is no tomorrow. I'm not saying, and when you say that, especially Trini people, wine and jam, party, fat. No, I'm not talking about that. Live life as if there is no tomorrow, meaning enjoy it. If you're a workaholic, stop, take time, enjoy it with your family, do things that will refresh you, rejuvenate you. Because at the end of the day, you drop down dead, your job is going to replace you. I'm not saying don't love your job, don't give your all or give your 100% to your job. I'm saying don't become so wrapped up in your work that you bring it home, you take it out on your family, you take it out on your loved ones, and everybody scatters. Nobody wants to be around you because you're this big grouch, and your family falls apart, you're by yourself, you're depressed, you're frustrated. Things like that does happen. It does happen. So guys, please try to find a balance, enjoy life, be happy, be fruitful, be productive. Make the most out of this little life that God has given to you, and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Look for opportunities. Let's see how to be more positive in life. Look at the glass half full, not half empty. I'm having my cocoa tea. Take a sip. Wow. It's really chocolatey and nice. And all the spices, really nice flavor. Yeah, guys. So I don't know what else to say to you guys except take care of yourselves, because that is the most important thing. I don't know when my number is going to be up. You don't know when your number is going to be up, and you know we just have to live life and enjoy it. And when I say enjoy it, please don't take it to the extent or the point of abusing yourselves. Okay, just remember that I'm not telling you to abuse yourselves. Everything in moderation. Every single thing in moderation. Remember that. Every single thing in moderation. Whether you eat, whether you party, pray. You can never done pray, but prayer goes a long way. Blessings we need all the time. Um, Anything that you do in life, always try to find a balance. I mean, sometimes they may not be, but some days, like, okay, today you might say I made veggie Manchurian, which is not really um, such a healthy dish, but it's not something that I would eat often. I just made this maybe over a year ago, probably for Diwali or something. So it's not something I make on a daily basis. So, after I have this, that's it. I'm not making this until I don't know when, until I decide again, So everything in moderation. Many of the dishes that you see I post on my YouTube channel, it's not something that I eat every single day. Like certain things I won't eat every single day. Like lentils, yes, I love lentils, so I might eat lentils, but I won't overdo it too, because you know what? I don't want to get turned off from eating it. So that's one reason why I won't eat it every day or every other day or something like that. Because if I make enough, excuse me, if I make enough, I might have it for like today, like 2 meals, and then tomorrow 2 meals, and then that's it. And then so the next 2 days I make something different. I try not to cook every day as well, which is kind of lazy, but um, it's kind of good in a sense. It gives me a little break so I can do other things. So, guys, I hope that you are enjoying my videos. Please remember to subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, look at the videos, because we need the views. That's important. Otherwise, YouTube is going to be bumping me off, and I don't want that to happen. I really want to make a difference in your lives, and hence the reason for starting my YouTube channel. So thanks so much for watching. This video is already like 47 minutes and counting. So I won't keep you guys too much. I wish you a very happy and blessed new year, a healthy one. Make it a healthy one, please. And do your exercises, do your yoga, do your meditation. It's not only about what you eat, but what you think, what you pull into your head. I have actually cut down tremendously on looking at the news, reading the newspaper, and things like that, because of the amount of negative news that we're getting, even uh, locally and internationally. Recently I was looking at the year in review on one of the international channels, and it was so disheartening that I decided, I'm not watching it, and I took off the TV. For the whole year, there was not one good piece of news, nothing good. There's so much tragedy all around the world, all sorts of negative things, and it just makes you wonder, is there hope for the future? And we can say, yes, there is hope for the future, but hope for what? We have to change, especially these things with climate change and all these things, global warming. We need to cut down as consumers the amount of plastics that we use, and the amount of waste that we produce, and all these things in terms of garbage and all these things. So please be more mindful, live consciously, be aware of your environment. This earth is where we live. This is our home. If we don't take care of it, you really want to go to Mars to live and wear a spacesuit and a space helmet and all these things and fly into that dark abyss? That's scary to me. I'm happy where I am here on Earth, and breathing oxygen and being free and being around the trees and listening to the birds and things like that. So I want to preserve this earth where I live in. And I hope that you guys would want to do that too. So let's do our best to not contribute to its destruction. I know I've said a lot, right, guys? I know going live, I'm talking so much. So, all right, it's 50 minutes now, so I'm going to shut up. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If you're not following me on Facebook or Instagram, please start doing so now, because I don't have a community tab on my YouTube. I can't give you little updates or ask you questions or do polls or things like that, right? So thank you so much, and I wish you guys all the best. Jose Akbar, thank you so much. I see, thank you, good luck, and he says best wishes for you. Happy New Year one more time. Well, same to you and your family, and of course to all of you guys watching. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much to all my subscribers, friends, people just hopping on, whoever you are. I thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Happy New Year! Naya Saal Mubarak. Bahut shubhkamnaएं.